Right, now Turkey and Syria, 2,400 people have been confirmed dead at this particular moment as rescue efforts continue. The Turkish authorities have confirmed that at least 1,651 deaths, with another 968 reported in Syria after the powerful earthquake brought down thousands of buildings, crashing down in both countries. Now, the initial magnitude is reported to be 7.8 tremor in southeastern Turkey early on Monday, and which was followed by 7.6 earthquake magnitude hours later amid several aftershocks. Those are just reports that are currently happening, and we'll be updating you as we get them and continue with the bulletin. This is Lookup News here on Lookup TV. My name is Brian Amwai. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Felista Adundo. These are the top stories tonight. Tonight, over 1 million Form 1 students report to school as CS Mashogu directs school heads to admit students with no school uniforms.
CS afford your school fees via Kagumo. So just asking some well-wishers to support me.
Dream hangs in the balance as boy who scored 384 marks fails to join Kagumo High School over lack of school fees. Also tonight, the government has assured to step up fight against terror threats. And one person killed and 5 others injured over grazing venue at Lowankishi in Samburu, Isiolo border. All right, now be sure to engage us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookup TV. The hashtag we're using tonight is Lookup News. And also we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can send your feedback there. We'll be able to sample as we continue with the program tonight. We start with matters education. Now, Education CS Ezekiel Mashogu has directed teachers to be lenient with students who will not report to school with the right uniform, as our reporter Shada Kareria now reports.
This was the situation at the Kenya High School, as was in other secondary schools around the country, where parents escorted their students in different schools seeking their admission. At Kenya High School, the process was smooth, with a large number of students expected to report to the institution up to Saturday this week.
But up to now, the parents who have come in through the gate are 333. And we have been able to process about 112. They have already finished the whole process. We have not had any challenges, but we don't know what we are expecting in the course of the day or maybe tomorrow, between now and Friday.
The school's hands have, however, defended their mode of purchasing school uniform and other necessities through directing parents to buy uniform from a particular centers, despite the warning from the Ministry of Education.
Because there are a few things you cannot change in an institution, and the uniform in a school like this one is one of them. And if parents go and buy from different places, they'll get different shades, they'll get different shapes. The skirt can be 6-piece or 3-piece or 2-piece. It changes everything. So if you look at our girls, you will see the similarity, the uniformity. So we love that, because to us, they are all the same when they wear that uniform.
The school actually is not supplying uniforms. We only ask the uniform vendor to come in school. In fact, if you go to where the uniform is being bought, the lady has her own person is collecting the uniform fees, and she's distributing the uniform to the students.
While inspecting the Form 1 admission at St. George's Girls High School in Nairobi County, the Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Mashogu asked teachers to be lenient with the needy students.
For uniform, we did make it very clear that the students, their parents are informed the kind of uniform that they should be able to buy, and where a parent is not able to buy, uniform immediately. They are given time.
The CS directing that needy learners who cannot afford to buy school uniforms of their respective secondary schools to be admitted with their primary school uniforms.
Say that a child or a student can be able to come with the uniform that they used to put on in primary and use it for the time being while parents are making arrangements for procuring the same.
CS Machogu assured that the government is committed to ensure that 100% of the students who start for their KCP are enrolled to the secondary schools.
There are no additional levies. There are no any additional levies that is supposed to be imposed on the parents in each and every school, because this is entrenched in the Constitution that indeed we should be able to have 100% transition at the basic level.
It marks day one in school, especially for the Form 1 students who are joining high school, with the parents across the country calling upon the government to help them convince school heads to admit their kids even with half of their school fees paid. Reporting for Lookup TV from Kenya High School in Nairobi County, my name is Shadrach Kareria.
Still to matters education, as Form 1 students reported to various secondary schools across the country on Monday, a young boy's dream in Narok County hangs in the balance due to lack of school fees. Now, Ephraim Kamucho Nyambura Maina is stuck at home with his family, and because they have been unable to raise school fees for him to join Kagumo High School, despite garnering 384 marks in his KCPE. Edwin John Mkora with the details.
Even after beating all odds and scoring an impressive 384 marks in the 2022 KCPE at Entepesi Primary School, Ephraim Maina's dream of becoming an engineer in the future now seems bleak as he's stuck at home, struggling to raise money for school fees and other requirements to join Kagumo High School in Nyeri County.
I did my KCPE last year, and I was not able, my mom is not able to pay for my fees. So just asking some well-wishers to support me and help me to join the school.
Ephraim's mother, Margaret Nyambura, has called on well-wishers to come to his aid and rescue him from dropping out of school, as she cannot sustain her son in school as she has no job and depends on casual labor to fend for her family.
Lakini sijafaulu kupata pesa ya kumpeleka shule. Anafaa kuattend kesho, lakini sina pesa. Juu sifanyangi kazi, nakaa na mamangu ambaye ni mgonjwa, na siwezi enda bali sababu kuna dawa anatumianga, saa zingine ziko na side effect. Kwa hivyo nafanya tu vibarua kama kufua, kulimia watu hivyo. Siwezi afford hiyo school fees ya Kagumo. So ningependa well-wishers waweze kunisaidia ili mtoto wangu aweze akaja.
Elsewhere in Biashara, Nakuru County, the ongoing drought coupled by the harsh economic times has proved to be a major challenge facing parents as Form 1 students joining secondary school cannot raise school fees. This has prompted the area MCA Elijah Mwaura to aid the learners with learning materials as they join secondary school, as he called for an increase in bursary allocated to every ward, terming the current 1 million shillings as too low.
Niliona ni vizuri kukuja na hii project ya kusaidia wanafunzi wenye wanaenda shule kikuu. Juu niliona kuna challenges ya wazazi, saa ile wanapeleka watoto shuleni, pesa inakuwa ni challenge kubwa sana kwao kupata. Sasa nikasema nikikuja na hii project ya kupea wanafunzi masanduku, nikaona inasaidia wazazi pakubwa sana.
Edwin John Mukora, Lookup TV.
Right, now one person lost his life with 5 others injured after clashes between 2 communities in Lower Kishu at the Samburu-Isiolo border. The communities are battling over grazing land for their animals, as Ian Ketani now reports.
The warring communities at Lower Kichu in the border of Samburu and Isiolo counties are battling over grazing land, with the herders having lost thousands of cattle due to the ongoing drought in major parts of the country. Samburu leaders led by Governor Lati Lelelit are now calling on the government to intervene, while calling out leaders from Isiolo County for inciting locals against each other.
Maneno mimi nataka kuambia serikali wa investigate hiyo gari yenye Land Cruiser nyeupe yenye ilikuwa inaleta watu kupigana jana kutoka Isiolo na Ngaramara. Tafadhali, hiyo ni mbaya kuja kupiganisha watu. Ni mbaya sana. Kuna kijana aliuawa jana na watu 5 kupata jeraha sasa wako hospitali. Hiyo ni mbaya sana. Tumekataa.
Samburu North, a member of parliament, Eli Lechipila, insisted that the ongoing drought in the country is the main cause of herders crisscrossing counties in search for pasture for their animals.
Ya kwamba kunao watu ambao ni wangazi ya juu ya serikali ya Isiolo County ambao wako mbele wakiambia hizo jamii ambazo zingine ziko ile ngambo ya Lagos wasiruhusu hawa wakuja kula nyasi. Hiyo ni aibu sana hata kwa tamaduni ya pastoralists. Kwa sababu wakati kuna kiangazi ile ngambo ya Isiolo, ng'ombe zao zinakuja kula nyasi pande ya Samburu. Hakuna hata siku moja tumewakatasia wakuja kula nyasi. Hakuna venye hizi ng'ombe za vijana wa Samburu zitarudi. Ng'ombe ambazo zimeisha na pale, they cannot be counted. Hizi tu ndio ziko. Ukiwaambia warudi ni kama kuwaambia tu hizo ng'ombe ziende zikufe. Kupoteza maisha ya kijana mmoja imekuwa jambo la kila siku kwamba lazima watu wapige risasi mambo ya hili. Na kusema ukweli, hawa vijana ambao wako hapa kutoka Samburu County wamekuja kwa sababu ya kiangazi ambayo iko Northern Kenya yote. Na sisi ni pastoralists. Tumekuja kukula nyasi hapa hivi ngambo ya hii Laza. Hata ingawaje ni Isiolo County.
According to Alois Lekupe, a medical officer at Aka's Post Hospital, the 5 are recuperating at the facility with minor injuries.
In total, we managed to attend to 5 casualties. We referred 3 to Maralal County Referral Hospital for further management. One for, he had a bullet in situ, and the other one had a fracture of the right femur.
Ian Keitani, Look Up TV.
Now, the government has reaffirmed its commitment in securing the nation through Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki, 100 days in office accountability report. Kindiki has, however, given a go-ahead to the Azimio leaders to continue with their peaceful public demonstrations and not pose any security threat to the nation. As let me just take that again. As the ministry will thoroughly combat with them. As Sami Adika now reports, the CS has reiterated that he is committed to oversee complete and permanent end of banditry and livestock rustling in the country.
Today marks 100 days since the tough-talking Interior CS Kithure Kindiki took over office from former CS Fred Matiang'i.
I reckon that it has been a challenging but fulfilling 100 days. Although remarkably contrasted with my significantly predictable past 2 decades, which I spent in academia, legal practice, and the legislature.
While highlighting his 10-point achievements in the ministry, the CS has strongly stated that his regime is committed in ending the historic attacks among pastoralist communities, as the task force formed has started livestock recovery initiatives.
We have rolled out robust strategies to disrupt the proliferation of small arms through strategic and evidence-led disarmament. We are involving the local communities in protecting livestock and working on transparent, open, fair, and accountable hiring of National Police Reservists in livestock rustling and banditry hotspots.
According to the CS, crime has reduced by 13% as the ministry has absorbed more security officers to contain the historic mugging culture that has bedeviled major cities over the past years.
Crime in the country has decreased by 13.5% from 8,297 reported incidents to 7,179 incidents in absolute numbers. Urban crime, especially the Nairobi muggings that had threatened to disrupt our way of life and businesses in our capital city in the September-October season, has now been contained.
Kindiki has however reiterated that he is committed in restoring hope among Kenyans desiring to travel abroad through the use of technology to boost the number of passport holders to 10 million in the next 3 months.
All eligible applicants of the Kenyan passport are hereby advised that passport booklets are now available in sufficient numbers, and processing of passports has been expedited to conform to international standards. The ministry has set a target of tripling the number of Kenyan passport holders from the current 3.5 million to 10 million within the next 5 years.
The government is also set to roll out online registration of birth and death certificates, including a new system of identifying newborns as from early next month.
This number will be the child's personal number. When they join school, it will be their number in that sector. When they turn 18, it will be their ID number. It will be their NHIF or it will be the NHIF, that is the insurance number, and social security number. It will be their number. And when they leave this world, it will be their death certificate number.
The question that begs, are these mere rhetorics or CS immersion to his assignment? Samia Dika, Look Up TV.
All right, now Nakuru Senator and Keroche Brewery CEO Tabitha Karanja today appeared before the court for mentioning of the tax evasion case against the company. Karanja decried several adjournments given, insisting that it had affected the growth of the company.
We are really being frustrated. We've taken a lot of time in these cases, and yet, if you look at it, although I'm not supposed to comment because the court is already, if you look at it, it is, it's not, it's as, you know what I can say? It is something that was done that is not supposed to have been done. So it's something that has frustrated a local industry where it should not have been done. Because changing a formula of a brand that was already in the process, after producing it, they collect their money, what was supposed to be, and then they change the formula in the process. I think it's the frustrations and a lot of, it's taken us back, you know, and especially now that we want to recover from the closure because of the COVID-19 and that tag of war between us and KRA. So we've been closed for the last 3 years. So we need now to restart the company and get, because we've been talking with the KRA and all that, and we're good. So such cases, they hold the company from continuing, even maybe acquiring money from the finances. So that's why we feel we are frustrated about it. So it's about a mission, and keep on mention, but I just hope it's come to an end.
All right, we are due for our first break here on the program. Don't go too far. We'll be back with more.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
What's that?
Na hili ndilo ombi langu kubwa kwako. Nahitaji kumuona.
Hii ni riwaya familia mbili kutoka Tanga, Tanzania.
Mama, taishi na hali ya maskini mpaka lini?
Mwanangu, siseme hivyo. Hakuna mtu aliyeandikiwa kuwa maskini. Adam! I'm pregnant.
Na Mombasa, Kenya.
Jamal, sina zungumza na wewe.
You are just a maid tu wewe.
Sawa, mimi ni maid. Lakini nina heshima zangu na wala si dutu. I don't know why I was telling you about this business. Tuna haki ya kujua kama familia ama hatuna?
What nomenclature do they give such a beautiful angel missing in heaven? It happens that I like Malik's daughter. I'm not a flirt, I'm a realist.
Kutana naye Daudi Michael, Queen Mwangi, Tekla Mjata, Ruth Maingi na Yusuf Ali. Nira.
All right, now Korogosho, Member of County Assembly Absalom Odhiambo, has been charged with incitement to violence. Now the MCA before the courts, the prosecution rather before the courts told the courts rather that the MCA had intended to cause violence in the country and disrupt peace.
Your Honor, the suspect has been arraigned before you. We've seen with a High Court order
that if the accused person is charged,
the provisions of Article 49, Sub-Article 1F of the Constitution require this court to inform the accused person of the charge. It is also mandated under Section 137 of the Criminal Procedure Code to take plea and to inform the accused person of the charge with sufficient detail to answer it. And since there's no reason to warrant continued detention of the accused person without taking plea within the provisions of Article 49, Sub-Article 1G of the Constitution, it is appropriate and fair that the charge be read to the accused person at this moment. The accused person shall therefore proceed to take plea, which should happen without any complications.
Now, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has credited the late Professor George Magoha as an amicably determined leader in the education sector and a passionate leader who performed his tasks with enthusiasm. Now, Mudavadi said this while expressing his condolence message to the family of the late Education CS at his home in Lavington. Innocent Ogado has this story.
4 days ahead of the late former Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has mourned the fallen academic scholar, recalling him as a giant in the academic space and a passionate leader who performed his task with zeal and zest.
Tumekuja kufariji jamii kwa sababu ni pigo kubwa kwa sababu wamepoteza wanafamilia wawili kwa muda mfupi sana.
Mudavadi has further said that the Kenya Kwanza government will endeavor to follow the traits of Magoha in reforming the education sector and by upholding his legacy as an academician by facilitating more professors in the country.
He was a colossus, he was a giant in the academic space, and he took up his role with a lot of gusto. He was very resolute if he believed that what he was pursuing was right. He would pursue it with a lot of passion, and enthusiasm. So I think, and you can understand, education is really the foundation of any nation. And when you have people who can pursue our education matters with zeal, then it is good for our country, it's good for our children. And we can only say that we pray that God gives us more individuals, men and women, who can pursue education matters for our country with the same kind of energy that Professor Magoha did.
The late professor's caravan will proceed from Lee Funeral Home to the College of Health Science at Kenyatta Hospital and later to the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Council headquarters on the 8th of February. Thereafter, a requiem mass will be held at Consolata Shrine in Westlands on the 9th of February, followed by a Holy Mass on 10th of February at Township Primary School in Yala, Siaya County, before he is interred in his home in Umiru Village on the 11th of February. Innocent Ogaro, Look Up TV, Nairobi.
Right, now a middle-aged boda operator was allegedly found murdered in Karumanthi area of Kaaga, Imenti North Sub-County, Meru County. Now the body, which had severe injuries to the head, was found in a maize plantation by police officers from Meru Police Station and was transferred to Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital.
The body of a man believed to be a boda rider was found dumped in a maize plantation in the Karumanthi area of Kaga, Imenti North Sub-County, Meru County. The man believed to be in his 20s. According to the area senior chief, George Kome, the deceased was found early morning and is unknown to the residents. Kome appealed to boda operators to desist operating late at night, noting that he has received several reports of boda theft.
Ameuawa na watu ambao wajulikani, ni kijana wa bonda, kijana miaka kama 20 hivi. Ameuawa na akatupwa karibu chini ya mafuko industry chini kabisa, na ametupwa katika shamba moja. So wakati nilikuja nikaona mwili, nikaenda kwa polisi kupiga report.
John Riungu, a resident, owner of the plantation, narrated to us how he was informed of the deceased body found in his farm. He expressed lack of security in the area and appealed to the government to install street lights in a small road where the deceased seems to have been attacked and murdered before his body was dumped.
Vile ambavyo alivyopigwa na kuvutiwa hapo kwa hiyo geti ya kwangu, sasa ndio aliweza kuingizwa kwenye mahindi shambani letu. Sasa tukafuata, tukaja tukaona. Kutoka hapo nilichukua hatua ya kuweza kupigia chief mdogo, sub chief akaniambia ako Nairobi. Kutoka hapo akanitumia namba ya senior chief, ndio nilichukua hatua ya kumpigia, alafu nikamfahamisha, nikamwambia kuja hapa haraka. Ndio tu nikapata driver mwingine wa pikipiki, nikamsimamisha, nikaweza kumuonyesha.
No suspects have been arrested in connection of the incident yet. The body of the deceased was taken by police officers from Meru Police Station to Meru Referral Hospital morgue. Nahui Hussein, Look Up TV.
Now, Christian faithfuls on Sunday embarked on blood donation spree in this month of Valentine as a sign of love to those in dire need of blood in different hospitals. Now, residents of Kibra turned up in large numbers to donate blood on the 5th of February 2023 with partnership with the Red Cross, Kenya Tissue Plant Authority and Kenya Defence Forces Memorial Hospital.
We want to be continue to do as much as possible. Even the last year, we already done one time. But pretty sure in this year, at least 2 times more, if possible 3 times, we are planning for this thing. And then not just this year, we keep going on more and more and more and become one together, us, and then this can be spreading out more and more.
We decided to come and donate blood to show love and also to save life.
The blood donation we are doing, this being February, the month of love, where people are showing love and giving flowers. So as the True Light Bible, as the True Light Center and Shinchanji Church, we decided to come together with our members to show love by giving blood so that we can be able to save lives.
Right, now 27 minutes past the hour. That's where we wrap it up here on the program. Thank you so much for your time and for watching the program. And also, I want to wish you a lovely night and enjoy the rest of your programming. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Felista Adundo.